welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be on how to achieve this look, not the hair specifically, but this face look basically, from start to finish, so from the foundation all the way to your mascara for your lashes. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoy the video. Take care. I purchased this in my last haul video. So you just have to basically go in and pop that on there. I avoid the eyes because I don't tend to need, I use a separate primer for my eyes, so this one. Now I'm going in with my MAC Studio Fix Fluid and it's in NW45, and all I do is pop it on the back of my hand, that much, and then I also take my concealer, my Pro Longwear concealer in the same color, NW45, only because this concealer is a little bit darker than my foundation, so it helps blend it out, and I use one pump of the concealer. So once I have it at the back of my hand, I'll go in and warm it up a tiny bit. So when you mix it, it looks like that, and whatever's left on what I mix it with, I pop it on my face. So now I'm taking my beauty blender, and I use a wet beauty blender. When it's not wet, it looks like that small, but when you wet it with water, that's how big it gets, and that's when you should use it. If you use it dry, it's gonna suck all of your foundation, and it won't make any difference how much foundation you use. Is gonna suck it up. But when you put water in it, it sucks all the water, and then there's no need for it to suck your foundation. So I'm gonna fast forward this part. What I do is I take the beauty blender and I pop it on my foundation, and I'm going to look down now because I have a mirror right below here, and what I do is I just dab it on my If you don't have a beauty blender, you can also buy a Real Technique sponge, which does exactly the same thing. It will expand when it's wet, and it will be able to apply your makeup the same way a beauty blender does. I'm going to zoom in to this area so you can see my fabulous hair twist even more. Now I'm going to prime my eyes with an eye primer, and I'm using Constructivist from MAC. This is one of my first primers I ever bought. So I'm going to be looking down whilst I do this, but you just go in and you cover two sides of it. Because I'm going to work, I don't really want to go there with blue eyeshadow or pink eyeshadow or yellow eyeshadow, because at the end of the day, you want them to be thinking more of what's up here than what's on here. Obviously, we'll still want to look flawless, but sometimes I feel working in a corporate environment, you don't get taken seriously if you are like pretty. No. So there we go. So you just go in with your primer. Stop at the crease where my eye creases, so I stop here. I don't take it higher up. Today I'll be doing something a little bit off key because I will be using my contour as a transitional color. Now most of you do your eye makeup perfectly well, but what I've noticed lately is that people don't use a transition color, and what a transition color is the color that will separate the main part of your eye with where you've put the color. So you must have something in between to help the color transition from one tone to another. And I'm using Ebene. This is my contour, Ebene from Marena Beaute, and what I do is I just dab it a little bit on there, and I'll be looking down again so you can see exactly what I'm doing. This is what I consider to be my crease. So I will go into the crease of the eye. And I will be using this color. Let's just do it like that so you can see. I'll be using this light purple color only on the middle of my eyes. Now once I'm done, that's enough. I will go back in with the Ebene powder, the contour powder, and I'm going to take that into the edges of my eyes, so the outer V, just because it's dark enough and it looks good. sometimes you just gotta check that your camera is kind of recording, because you might finish up an hour later and it's not actually filming, and that's a little bit sad. So I go into the outer V again and take it up into the transitional color that I did previously. So that's what you're left with. That's what you should have it looking like. As you guys know, I love using my Beaute Black eyeliner, and it's because I have funny looking eyes. They kind of slant upwards, and when I use my eyeliner, it kind of gives dimension to my eyes. I won't be doing any flick of the eyeliner. I'll be stopping at the end of my eye. So now watch me go. But sometimes in the early morning, you really don't have time to be flicking anything but yourself out of bed. Let's be honest about that. I have enough leaving my bed that I really don't want to be. Oh my god, my eyeliner flick is not even. No. We've got like 45 minutes to get ready for work. Now I'm going back with my eyeliner pen into my eye. Why do we always open our mouths when we're doing our makeup? Like, I always do this. No, I can close my mouth and still do it, I'm sure. Today, I don't want a dramatic highlight when I'm going to work. I just want a subtle highlight. I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toffee. And I'm just going to squirt some of that out. Squirt out. And I'll be putting that as a smaller V than I did last time underneath my eyes. And this product dries very fast. So the moment you put it on, you better work fast, because otherwise it's going to dry on you. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit. So take your Fix Plus, spray the tip of the beauty blender. Use your finger and just like dab it on the back so that there's no excess water. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go very quickly into the under eye. You go into the center, and you don't need much on your forehead because we're not trying to glow like gods. And then that's as much as you need there. And then that's it. The beauty blender could stop at this point. But me being me, I like to use an empty brush, an empty stippling brush, because the key to a good highlight that is not in your face is actually blending. So I like to go in and just cut it short there. You all know what the next step is, and that is to set this powder, this highlight. Now, I will be using my Real Techniques setting brush, and I will only be using a small dab of the Ben Nye powder because it's not needed today. And I won't be baking my foundation either. I'm just putting this underneath the eye to make sure my highlight has been set. So you're done on the nose, you're done on the highlight, you're done on everything. So once you've done this, most people would be quite happy with how it looks. Me being me, I like to go in with my Marena Beaute Ebene powder, the dark golden one. Because now that you've highlighted, you've put on foundation and you've kind of created a flat surface on your face. Then you've highlighted and you've created some points of attention. Now you have to create points to bring depth into your face and warmth into your face. Now what I've told you about this powder is, I love the fact that it's got a red undertone. If you can't notice, I'm a very reddish undertone. I'm not yellow in that sense. So I like to just grab a brush like that, go in on it, tap the excess off, and go in on areas that I would like to contour. Now that you've done that, I just take a foundation, a powder brush, and I take my MAC Deep Dark Powder, mineralized powder, and I just dab it a little bit, again off with the excess, and I go over any areas I haven't highlighted. I like to put a little bit of highlighter. Lashes that just won't obey, like myself, they just don't obey. So what I tend to do is to make my eyelashes stay, I tend to take a hairspray and spray onto a small part, and then you do that, and then you shake it all around because you don't want no residues on this. Then once it's gone, once the spray is dried a little bit, I will go in on my eyelash. Scintilea eyelash builder, and what this does is you have two sets. You've got the mascara and then you've got the fibers in it. So I've been using it for quite some time now, and I'll show you how I use it. Now you can do the flirty eye thing on your way to work, of course. Don't ever do the flirty eyes at work. I like to prime my lips. Kitty on fleek. And let it dry for a couple of minutes. I like to line my lips with Chestnut, but I know NYX have got a pen that is quite similar to it called Espresso. So here is Espresso. Well, you can't see it, I'll just swatch it, and then I'll swatch Chestnut. So here they are, exactly the same. There's Chestnut, there's Espresso. So I'm going to go with a pen. Here's kind of sexy, and I will only put it in the center of my lips. I won't be putting it anywhere else. Whilst my edges is being laid at the moment, I'm going to go in with my Ben Nye Final Seal.